So I'm going to show a couple ways to get to the smz3 Maridia portal without flippers. The first method I'm going to show requires boots. The second method is easier with boots but also not required. And we're installed with to set up a water walk. The way you set up a water walk is for getting to dash over a pit without falling into it. So you'll see this commonly done in Ice Rock Cave and Mini Moldworm, where you run close to the pit and through the door. You can do the same thing here in Skull Woods. We're in the water walk state now, but we will lose it if we walk close to a pit again, which is why we need to slash this bush. So yeah, to set this up, the easiest way, just be flashed against this right wall, bonk, flash the bush, and walk under the pit. And we can see that we're in the water walk state on the next screen. If we hold out the sword and walk down this ladder, you'll see this really quickly. So that shows that we're still in the water walk state. Another way to lose it is to jump off this ledge, any ledge actually, so make sure you don't do that. You're allowed to take damage, you're allowed to bonk, just don't walk over pits and don't jump off ledges. Now that we're on this screen, you want to make sure to get into the water downwards from the cliff. We don't want to, if we walk to the right, if we jump off the cliff to the right, we won't be in the water walk state. So let's jump off this ledge, and we're now walking on the water. When you enter the portal, you'll have iframes. If you have a sword, you'll also be safe from the mushroom bombers most of the time. So make sure to dash before your iframes run out, otherwise you will die if you take a hit while in the water walk state, just like Big Ripper. The other method is just to set up a normal fake flipper. So I'm going to do it on this screen. I set the bomb there to make sure that Link is in the right X position. You won't trigger the screen transition when you move to the left taking damage like that. Even getting hit by an enemy will do the same thing. So we're now 1 pixel away, and we can delete the splash by triggering the screen transition, and this will set up the fake flipper. This one's kind of useless. Nice thing about this fake flipper from this screen, because you're doing it from, you're taking damage on the same screen as where you did the fake flipper, you just get sent back to the ledge. So there's no risk of dying if you do the fake flipper from this screen. But we're gonna set it again, because this fake flipper is only useful if you're coming from the Maridia side, but if we're trying to get to Maridia, we want to set up the fake flipper in the catfish area. There's no risk of taking damage on this screen. This Hinox, when it throws bombs, the bombs will most likely than not fall into the water before they explode, so you won't take any damage. So you can do the same thing here and set a bomb to take damage and get knocked back 1 pixel from the screen transition, but with boots you can also bonk this tree. You need to be careful about this tree though, because bees will pop out when you bonk it. And one thing to note about this screen transition is instead of holding left, it's easier to hold up left. I don't know why, but that triggers the screen transition more often, more consistently than just holding left. So I'm gonna set up the bomb, I'm gonna hold up and then hold up left to trigger the screen transition. And we want to be careful because we're swimming and not walking, so we will be moving slower. So the easiest way to get through the next screen, going through the portal without taking any damage, is to line up with this left wall, hold up, so you're in this corner, and then hold right, and that will trigger the whirlpool portal, and you just want to swim as quickly as possible. So iframes saving me there. 9 times out of 10 you'll get through there with iframes, but sometimes the mushroom bombers are just really mean. And this is a practice run, so this doesn't actually take us to Maridia, but you know, proof of concept. A lot of runners do this, you'll see that a lot, so it's good to have in your repertoire. You won't need to hunt for Ice Beam, Speed Booster, or Flippers with this method, and you won't need to learn Crystal Splash Tip.